Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with her friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I built a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dawg. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money statement I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with her friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I built a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, 6 foot, but with the money statement I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with her friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I built a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dawg. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money statement I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with her friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told him this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told him put a check up in my hands. Still got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride till the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen the effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told him this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told him put a check up in my hands. Still got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride till the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen the effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told him this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told him put a check up in my hands. Still got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride till the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. just too quick for it. Peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Who got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it. Peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Who got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it. Peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Who got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding a road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen the effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money statement, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding a road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen the effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due.
Okay, everybody, welcome back here. We're here at the Selkirk Labs Showdown presented by Invited. We've got Callie Smith serving on the right, partnered with Matt Wright. They're taking on Megan Dizon and her partner, Patrick Smith. For those of you who are just tuning in with us, yesterday we had a hard-fought day to figure out who was going to be partnering with who here in this unique format. Matt Wright and Callie Smith finished third in their pool, which put them paired together. And Patrick Smith and Megan Dizon also finished third in their pool to get their pairing together. These are two partnerships that we have never seen before on the PPA Tour, so it should be really fun to see how these players mesh together. Matt and Callie jump out to a quick 4-0 lead. It looks like we have a timeout called by the receiving team at 5-0. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back to you with more action.
I think it's 120 milligrams. Let me check on that really quick.
It's 125.
Oh, it's 125 milligrams.
UPS or FedEx for this one?
FedEx, they deliver on Saturday. It's 3 minutes on high. It's pound, then the number. Orange evokes energy and vitality. Black shows softness.
How does he know all this stuff?
Strength.
That's always right.
Yellow shows unknowns, things that are unclear. We need to dive into the yellow more.
Not today. Break's over. You dropped something.
That's a wicked backhand.
And we're back here at the Selkirk's Lab Showdown. This is Bryce Morgan calling the game here. Great footwork by Pat by being able to hop over to the left and hit that Ernie. For those of you who are tuning in at home, really watch Matt Wright and watch the way he moves. He doesn't move a ton on the court, but every movement that he makes, it is done in a way where he can cover so much more court with less movement than other players. If you see how efficient he is with his steps, he's able to cover a lot of court by taking smart steps instead of taking too many. And 2-7. Megan Sheehan-Dazan is playing with the new Pro Connects paddle. Serving at 4-7. Pat and Megan putting together the comeback they needed to get back in this game number 1. Wow, what an exchange. And that point there was really won by Callie with a great dig, being able to keep that ball in play. And Matt and Callie were able to win a point they probably shouldn't have won. And that ball sails just wide. It's a point for Matt and Callie. What a pickup by Matt. And Callie sells it just long. Side out here at 5-8. Megan and Pat do a great job weathering the storm and able to get right back in this game. And that ball sells just long. Side out. Oh, that was a point, sorry. What's pretty unique about this match here is you've got both players on both sides of the net, that pairing from the women being from Utah and the male player being from Wichita. So you've got Pat Smith and Matt Wright from Wichita, Kansas. And you've got Callie Smith and Megan Sheehan-Dazan, both from Utah County, Utah. Kind of fun. Great speed up by Megan right down the middle. that's a shot she's really learned and really progressed into her arsenal over the past 6 months. She's learning how to be a little bit more aggressive and learning when to pull the trigger, as she does to perfection on that last point. Another interesting fact is Megan and Callie both played tennis at BYU before, and Callie also transferred and played 3 years at the University of Utah. But they've seen each other quite a bit on the tennis side of things as well. It's fun to see them both compete here in pickleball. Definitely a familiar face to each other. Game point. And a mental error by Pat as he dumps that one in net. That's game number 1 going to Matt Wright and Callie Smith. We'll be back with more action here from beautiful Los Angeles with the Selkirk Labs Showdown.
Everybody, Dave Fleming back here with Morgan Evans, and a hot start for Matt Wright and Callie Smith. They were able to hold the lead then and take game 1 here, and Megan Dazan to serve to Callie Smith here to start game 2.
Some great hands in transition there, just getting a ball down into a good location, allowing both players to move up relatively safely.
And Dazan's overall game we saw earlier today, right on point again. Oh, and a little net kisser, stays right in there. Okay.
She did have some success towards the tail end of game 1 with that particular shot. Matt Wright let it go the previous time, and it was to his detriment. That one's not coming back.
No. No, that's the pace that got them an early big run, up 7-0 in game 1. Definitely want to follow that here in game 2.
Oh.
And high-octane pickleball. Dazan had actually retreated to play defense while the rest of them were like, hey, we're having a firefight up here. Come join us, wouldn't you?
Come back. What are you doing? Don't be afraid.
Come on.
This is going to be fun.
We're all in fire-retardant clothing. Come on.
Way to pronounce that correctly. That's impressive.
That's really nice read by Matt Wright.
And not to overdo it.
Yes.
I mean, that's for me, the most impressive part. He's been reading since he was a child, but not to overcook it.
Yes, above grade level too. So he's bringing it.
Oh yeah, at least a sophomore level, I'd say.
Yes. That time on the backhand, not quite as under control and overrolled it. And the unique matchup here of Callie Smith and Matt Wright is they finished third in their pool yesterday. So both of them not where one would have expected, but they both finished a couple spots low. And then by the luck of that draw, they end up being partners anyway. So their seed is surprising if you just look at the draw on the computer screen, but it is accurate from the results of yesterday. But they are going to be a handful to deal with today for sure.
Nice work from Pat Smith there to get it to the backhand side of Mr. Wright.
Yep. If anyone knows that better than Pat, I don't know who they are, having played numerous times in Wichita. He got a more difficult block back on the two before that.
Oh, and a great serve.
Yeah, just kiss the line, and then it's always a problem. Like, your brain can't say, I'm not sure if that was in or out, and then hit a good ball at the same time.
Yeah, it's like chewing gum and walking. No one's really been able to do it.
No. And don't blow a bubble. Burst everything. Okay. So found some success with something similar to that on the serving side. Now has had a couple misses.
I think he was already midway through hitting his fifth shot before that ball had even left his paddle.
That was a good 20 seconds into the rally.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, and sometimes that off-speed pitch just freezes a batter in baseball, and exactly what happened there. There's no way he hit it that slow, and we didn't get it. But
no, I mean, we often talk about the real surgence of power paddles and how powerful some of these paddles are getting and how much spin they're creating. There's a rhyme and a reason to have something that's not ungodly amounts of power, because it does give you the license to start really massaging a ball while your body weight might still be in motion and not overpowering it, which so many players do. Like that one there, again, just tickled into a great spot. Not light speed, but great precision, good spin. Set him up for an easy shot.
yeah, and until Dazan goes behind him, he's going to just take another step and another step. So going to have to make that change, and they change the sides, and that ball does a two-hopper on the tape. It stays on Megan's side. They're going to keep Pat on the right here. This match has been really fast for the quickness of points and people scoring.
Oh, he's had some real success in recent points, and that has gone to his head just slightly.
Yeah. We're going to do a look away one-hander down the line winner. Why not? Oh, Pat knew it was coming, but he jumped. I'm going to switch Megan over to the right side here.
It is a pretty serious hole they're in, 9-1.
So they forged to come back down 0-7 in game one. Can they rally here in game number 2? 5-9.
Sorry, 5-9 I heard. Thought I heard a 1. Thought that did sound a little odd. I think he thought if Matt can do it, he should be able to do it as well.
Wichita boys are enjoying the laugh. I think Matt's enjoying it more than Pat. Here comes a big drive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an appropriate paced drive as well, really. If he had gone all in, I think Callie would have known to let that one go.
And again, Dazan's big serve sets that up. There's another one. Look at that return. You get a ball that you can power through, and there it is on point.
Yeah. And again, it wasn't light speed, but it was dipping and had some decent spin, got very low. I wouldn't be surprised if Wright and Smith don't do the switch on this one. Oh, well, no, they're stubborn. Oh.
And if Smith was just committed to we're going to go and knows where that ball's going to end up, that was floaty. It was floaty.
It's tasty.
Yep.
Yep. So good run from them.
Yeah, so right back in it, but 2 behind heading home, so got to play smart points here. And there's Design giving up the line when she really didn't have to. She was even on that point, and now we are at a match point. Oh, and fading away just a little bit. So a match full of big runs there. Just too big a hole in both games 1 and 2 for Design and Smith to dig out of. So it's Matt Wright and Callie Smith moving on to the next round, and we will be right back with more exciting action here on center court. This is the Selkirk Lab Showdown, powered by Invited.
We owe great times to good friends, to the glasses that spark conversation, to the ideas that then pour out. Ours came from a night like that, and somehow survived the morning after, to make our own tequila. It wasn't meant to leave our house, but since we made this for friends, we thought it wouldn't hurt to make a few more. Grab a glass, amigo. Our tequila is your tequila. Our casa is your casa.
Our new EV rental fleet is the absolute GOAT.
Nice. Speaking of goats, is that Tom Brady?
Yeah, he comes in to recharge, get software updates, you know.
Same time next week?
You got it.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a gas card. You can always use gas.
Always.
Wait, but you have a...
Thank you.
Hey, do we need gas?
Nope.
How about now?
Still no.
Hey, remember Daddy's birthday's tomorrow.
A gas card. I could use this.
Hey, that... Evolve your journey beyond the pump in the first ever Tucson plug-in hybrid EV.
What are you guys doing?
We're getting our duper tattoos.
You know it changes every match, right?
Oh,
Duper, keeping tattoo removers in business by updating after every match. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
Can you change that 6 to an 8?
I sure can try.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace any pair that gets lost or broken. And so far, we've racked up over 100,000 5-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 50% off 2 pairs at shadyrays.com.
I host a show in the kitchen.
I share my workouts in the kitchen.
I roll one sleeve up in the kitchen.
I stream in the kitchen.
I can't cook, but I'm in this kitchen.
I gave my paddle away in the kitchen.
I help keep you fit in the kitchen.
We're all family in the kitchen.
Let's go!
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our future. Our future.
For many of us, we just charge ahead because planning for your future takes time. And right now, thinking about your financial future takes on new meaning. At Baird, our financial advisors have guided individuals and families to achieve their goals through every crisis evolution and groundbreaking idea for over 100 years. That's the difference between thinking you're ready for what lies ahead and knowing you've planned for it. Now that's different. Discover the Baird difference.
Welcome back to the Selkirk Lab Showdown. Dave Fleming with Morgan Evans. And Morgan, we saw Lucy Kovalov and Jocelyn DeVilliers play just before the break. Had a nice victory. We had a break, and this is rare in a pickleball tournament. Usually you're just churning it out. And because of the format, we could provide a break to the players, get your nutrition, get whatever you need in between. Colin Johns and Anna Lee Waters haven't played together today, but Lucy and Jay have. Any advantage to that?
Well, I mean, obviously, Lucy and Jay, they were able to work out some kinks. they're not going to be quite as fresh as Annalee and Colin Johns. You know, they didn't look like it was a well-oiled machine just yet.
Did not.
Kovalova has had the luxury of Mr. Right next to her for so many years. I think it's not going to be that easy for her to switch gears and get used to the new shot selections of a different partner.
So let's play pickleball. Quarterfinals, first drop just wide, and the instant thing you see is Colin Johns, the male player, starting on the right side of the court where he is most comfortable and most lethal.
A nice little reset there from Annalee Waters. A firefight was going on, and she disagreed. Said nope.
Pulled it right off. So the wind is a bit in the face of de Villiers, and Kovalova keeping that deep return in. Okay, so Kovalova yelling early.
Yeah.
And has a big smile on her face.
That'll make Matt Wright quite happy, I'm sure.
Oh. Hi, my hand is in the cookie jar. Hi, I'm Annalee Waters. I see you.
Yeah, I mean, she can curl that cross-court backhand so easily. And serve floats a little wide, so that'll give Waters a serve at 1-0-1.
Beautiful job by all players there of being court present, meaning Colin Johns has to slide with the defense of the ATP, and then Annalee fills in perfectly.
And that big 6'3" frame getting in the way of a ball that, look, it may have actually been going in. It was had a lot of spin, wasn't that hard.
One at his back might have hurt him, and we saw Kovalova miss a few returns earlier too, so trying to get that dialed in. That's a big serve.
Oh, she thumped that one, didn't she? Jeez.
Just vicious into the fourth square from the bottom of the net there.
Oh, it's pretty. He holds that so long. He's moved all the way to the center before he's even contacted the ball. If this doesn't go well, there's a timeout coming.
Yes, that could be now.
If there isn't, I'm not sure they've been watching or are aware of the score.
Look out. Yeah.
Oh, it's a clinic.
It is. And this is what she does in women's doubles. And it is really disheartening if in mixed doubles she is dictating this well, but that's the level that she brings to the table.
Ooh.
And there's nothing Colin Johns would like more than to win this first game 11-1 and tell big little brother, hey, look what I can do with Annalee Waters, says Ben Johns.
Yeah, maybe try putting her on the left. Oh.
Ben is Annalee's typical partner, but in our fun pool play format this weekend, all the partnerships are mixed up.
And a good attack. Kovalova getting plenty of meat on it, but unfortunately well below net height and overpowered. So 7-0-1.
Oh, that time she doesn't tag him. But complete dictation of the point by Annalee Waters.
And a beautiful approach in there. The drop shot from CJ there was so slow, so lofty.
Yes.
She was able to really get up and create some serious pressure.
And that is beautiful footwork from Colin Johns to be able to curl that around. And this is a demolition derby so far.
Oh.
And off the tape and still stays in wide. Not a lot of room to stay in, and it does. And they are a serve away from a pickle here.
And I think the fact that Kovalova and de Villiers haven't called a timeout means they don't really have an idea of how to fix this.
No, and
or have belief that they can pull this back.
Let's just run this out and then go figure out what we can do in game 2.
There may indeed be a side advantage as well. They are on a side where shadows do interrupt the transition zone.
Yep, nothing going their way right here. So another shot at a pickle or a perfect score of 11-0 here. But Jay dinking with Anna Lee is not working for Jay. So
it is not.
That's 11 bagel, everybody. So Colin Johns, Anna Lee Waters, dominant here in game number 1. We'll be right back from the Selkirk. It's Selkirk Showdown. It's the Labs. It's 11-0. We'll be right back.
Hey, Katie, could you pass me the creamer?
Why don't you just come into the kitchen and get the creamer?
I can't come in the kitchen.
Sure you can.
No, I really can't.
You can come into the kitchen as long as you don't hit the ball out of the air.
All right. That's why I stay out of kitchens.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Will Colin Johns and Anna Lee Waters continue the onslaught here in game 2?
Oh.
So far, the answer is emphatically yes.
Yeah, that was a beautifully slapped backhand winner down the line. Oh. Okay, well, they're almost on the board. They've got a chance to be on the board right here.
They do. There's a lot of footwork millimeters from the kitchen line, but no one fell in the pool.
Yeah, Waters is absolutely dialed in with that crossfield dink. Whether it's a half volley, something she moves back on, something she rolls, everything is getting into great areas.
And there it is. They are on the board, and let's see if one can become many.
Yeah, that's just one of those balls that needs to go over.
Yep. Oh, and Jocelyn de Villiers. Beautiful hands throughout, and then stepped in front of Kovalova, but CJ not happy about the kiss off the net into the upper chest.
I mean, that is the kind of play that she's used to from Matt Wright. So it's the kind of movement and aggressive play from de Villiers that he needs to embrace now. It's not worth waiting any longer. And once again, Annalie Waters able to create massive amounts of power.
Just, it's coming. I'm not even gonna, you don't need to know that it's coming, because it's coming from the minute we start. And the ability, this is a Picasso. The ability to change the pace, the location, it's all under control. Oh, and Colin Johns was there.
Yeah, I'm sure he's feeling a little bit of pressure to try to match the level that Annalie is putting forward right now.
That was sent in a message in a bottle that arrived many years ago.
Possibly Santa Monica.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Get a miss. I get 2 misses, so you know it feels like it's crazy 6 or 7 to 1. Look at the scoreboard. 3-3. And that ball hits the baseline, and suddenly Kovalova and de Villiers have the lead.
Yeah, it's not the exact location relative to the net that he wanted.
No. That's in.
Oh.
Just brilliant by
unbelievable.
the Waters Johns combination. They were defending forever, throwing lobs up, and then Annalie finishes.
Yeah, that was certainly the point of the match. Being able to get out of such a deep hole, throwing up eventually a very good lob.
Yes. Yeah, and the wind is in their face, so you can throw it up there, and the wind will bring it back in, and that happened. And the little lead that de Villiers and Kovalova had is gone.
That needs to be de Villiers.
Okay, so get the first stop.
And that one
comes
lands
up a little short on the ATP. Beautiful court coverage by de Villiers and Kovalova there. So they see their 4-3 lead become a 4-7 deficit. Can they have a run of their own?
Just at full stretch, it's a bit of a struggle to, really control the ball where he needs to on that backhand side. He plants very early and really is trying to use his range to take care of so many dinks, whereas Annalie Waters is using her mobility, really dancing around, getting clean contact. Oh,
just misses the pool on that one. Again, he shows you the same look every time, and that's what's dangerous.
Yeah, I think the next one will be right shoulder. Oh, so close.
Nice job by de Villiers of taking a shot.
And that's exactly what Matt Wright would have said. No, that's wide. Quickly.
Quickly.
Probably a little louder, but... unbelievable.
Just shut up, everybody. Come on. Beautiful finish by de Villiers, and there was a ball in the middle there that Colin Johns is used to Ben taking, and it just messed up the rhythm a little bit. De Villiers took advantage.
Yeah, that volley, that counter punch off the single-handed backhand of de Villiers just needs to be a little firmer.
Yeah. But they tie it up with a run of their own.
Yeah, it just takes some more aggressive shot selections from the opponents to help you once they feel like they've got a good command of the lead. So easy for them to get uber aggressive.
Yeah, so
forget what got them to the dance.
Uber lift, it doesn't matter. You got the ball back here, and it's 7 apiece. Kovalova hung in there as long as she could.
Good leave.
Yes. Just pulled wide, and who can get to 8 here?
Oh, nice work from de Villiers. Annalie Waters was drawn more towards the middle there. He exposed the outside. It's not an easy shot.
Oh my. Incredibly unlucky, because de Villiers played that perfectly, and Colin actually thought, I lost this point, and it trickles over.
Yeah, his level has certainly lifted substantially in game 2 here.
Okay, so they do get to 8, but just 8, so 7-8-1.
very lofty third ball.
Yes,
High enough.
And an unsure take of the next one.
Yeah, both players there careening forward, neither one of them choosing balance, and therefore, you know, an option of 2 shots.
Yes.
Hard or slow.
Yeah, they needed one of those trucker safety pullovers at the bottom of a hill.
Oh, nice work. It was going to be a tough one regardless if the net was involved, but de Villiers has seen enough and called timeout.
So a couple of tricklers, one off the net and one just clipping it, and they're within 2 of moving on. So we'll move on to a break. We'll be right back. It's Colin Johns and Annalie Waters up a game and up 2 in game 2.
My name is Kathleen Parento, and I've been playing pickleball for almost 6 years. I travel a lot to play in tournaments. I'm always on planes, and I see a lot of people when I travel. I need to make sure that I stay healthy. I need to support my immune system, so that's the reason why I use the Pure Whey C+. I felt like I had to always drink water over and over, but I still felt a little bit dizzy by the end of the day. But once I tried to incorporate more electrolytes in my daily life, it really helped me out. My favorite thing about the pickleball cocktail is the flavor. It tastes great. I drink the pickleball cocktail every morning to make sure that I stay hydrated throughout the whole day. It's important to drink first thing in the morning. If you wait until you play, you're usually too late. You start feeling dehydrated. When it comes to hydration, don't wait before it's too late.
All right, we are back. Timeout has been called. Will it be effective? Beautiful job by Colin Johns, sitting on that ball in the middle and hitting it as hard as I've seen him rip a two-hander.
Yeah. I think he thought, well, what would Lee Waters do in this situation? She would slap a giant two-handed backhand.
That's exactly what she would do, and oh my.
Oh, but she gets there, as a 15-year-old definitely should.
Oh my, that would have been the walk-off of all walk-offs there, and that would have been a runoff at the pace he was coming, but get the first stop. Second match point. Nice move by de Villiers. So they stop him twice.
So they've got 2 serves to at least get 3. Make that 1 serve. Kovalova would have loved that scoreline.
Yes, indeed. Unbelievable coverage. That's in.
Oh.
Finally get the ball down. The Frenchman living up to his flying name all over the place.
Yeah, Waters had a chance to just drop it back in, but she had that rush of blood, as you do in those kinds of serious situations.
Okay. And now it is but 9-10.
Yeah, certainly a better showing from Kovalova and de Villiers.
That is not going to make it. So Kovalova tests Johns in the middle, and he was up to the test.
Yeah,
so
the confidence level to really bring out that two-handed backhand, you can tell, is nice and high.
So match point number 3. And a high 5th gets punished by Kovalova. So here's a 4th try. And a ridiculous save by Kovalova in the middle of that. Saves the match point. And they have 2 tries to tie it up.
And that is big on that occasion. Doesn't look like CJ was wise to the idea. I think that ball from Annalie Waters wasn't too bad.
No, it looked unattackable, but de Villiers used that reach to tie it at 10. Oh,
yeah.
And
well, it wasn't.
It was there, but on a dead sprint behind you, that is a difficult shot. 10-10-2. And okay, and Lucy going with the way out. And guess what, folks? There is a game point on this side here.
Well, we didn't see this one coming.
And Annalie Waters pulls the trigger, and 4 match points saved, and we are going to game 3.
Wow. Nobody here or at home saw this one coming. Great work from Kovalova and de Villiers to right the wrongs of game 1 and get themselves back in it.
Yes, and they stopped with some of the loose errors and were able to make the shots they needed when they needed to make them. So we will have a game 3. We'll switch sides at 6. What a professional comeback that was by de Villiers and Kovalova.
Dorothy, I really think you'd like the magnesium. Perfect. I'd be happy to get that shipped out to you today. Thanks, Dorothy. You too. Come on!
Does he do that every time?
Every time.
All right, here we go. Game 3, Kovalova to Colin Johns. And de Villiers really came strong at the end of game 2.
Yeah, he started covering more court apart from anything else and looking for more fourth balls, taking them away from the backhand side of Kovalova and doing some real damage with that long reach forehand.
And now he is feeling confident. Game 1, he got beat a lot in the cross-court game. Game 2, didn't get involved in it as much, and now they're off to a good start.
Wow, the momentum has shifted so dramatically here. Unbelievable. Oh. AL handling
just
her business right there.
Gorgeous finish right on the line. And that is the pattern from game 1 that we saw.
Yeah, well-controlled points, orchestrated off the paddle, the backhand side of the Waters paddle cross-court. Ooh.
I like the take by her, cutting in front, speeding it up, looking for the next one.
Yeah, I mean, she was looking to bake her own shake on that one.
Oh, okay. Kovalova is getting a little chatty, and the fist raise was there.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, shots fired. Colin Johns is not engaging in any sort of conversation there.
No, Kovalov is laughing about padding, so here we go. Uh-oh. Kovalov and de Villiers playing very loose, a little too loose on that one, but, you know, since the comeback, just a lot more enjoyment. That's just okay, and we haven't heard a lot of volume from Annalie Waters.
No.
It's the first time, and you're used to
Yeah.
a come-on variety pack from her, and that's the first one.
Yeah, no, typically the little lioness roars.
And there's stepping across off balance. It's a tough ball to make. So they've erased the 3-0 hole quickly. And that lands in.
I think if Waters has thought into herself, well, if we're going to do this, I'm going to take over.
Yeah. Yeah, she's stepping in front on the thirds. She is, as you said, shaking and baking her own ball. Oh, and two just.
Yeah, that's certainly a worthwhile timeout.
Stunning misses on the returns here. So, again, we'll switch sides at 6, but they choose to stop the madness right there. So, we are going to stop the madness briefly. We'll take a quick break. This is the Selkirk Lab Showdown, powered by Invited.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Aw, thanks, Lucy. Oh, wow.
And another one.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
I have one more surprise for you.
Okay. Come on. I love it, babe!
All right, we are back. Kovalova and de Villiers playing so well, and then a couple of dumped returns, so they called timeout again. We'll switch sides at 6.
You got nice and loose on that one. Plenty of power. That's either a very slow round of applause
or a ball that, you know, you always say, can a circle fit where a square should be? Apparently that one could. Vicious power. Oh, and Kovalova steps into that and flicks it at Colin Johns.
She's quietly impressed with herself.
Not that quiet.
And a good lead from Johns. He has left many balls.
Yeah, so smart over there with that.
Yeah.
You know, the study of gameplay and patterns and all that, and then add into that, just doesn't hit out balls. Oh,
Yeah.
and the off speed from Anna-Leigh Waters catches Kovalova drifting. Can they get that 6-point here and switch with a 2-point lead? Oh, that would have been crazy land had she made that, and she had a chance. Wow.
Oh.
And still thinking about it because if you will, a Burt ATP there, which you're coming across in front of your partner. That's right on the line.
On the line. Wow.
This is crazy, and then that one lands an inch wide after all the work Kovalova did to keep them in that point.
At the point of the tournament.
That was
for me.
unbelievable. Oh, and then you hate to see two beautiful points in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been at 5-4 for a while here. Can they get that 6th point here? A little reachy and off balance, so they'll take it. So 6-4, we're going to switch sides. Really good battle here. We'll be right back to see the conclusion right after this.
I think it's 120 milligrams. Let me check on that really quick.
It's 125.
Oh, it's 125 milligrams.
UPS or FedEx for this one?
FedEx, they deliver on Saturday. It's 3 minutes on high. It's pound, then the number. Orange evokes energy and vitality. Black shows softness.
How does he know all this stuff?
That's always right. Yellow shows unknowns, things that are unclear. We need to dive into the yellow more.
Not today. Break's over. You dropped something.
That's a wicked backhand.
All right, we've switched sides. Anna-Leigh Waters serving at 6-4-1.
Yeah. Colin Johns has launched that exact same attack so often now. I think it might be time to start looking towards that right shoulder, but well, he seems to know what he's doing.
And Anna-Leigh Waters does a little slide, not full Ernie, but just sort of straddled at an angle of the kitchen and committed to the forehand, hoping to get that ball, and she did.
Yeah, just not able to handle the essentially a bit of a mishit from de Villiers that sent the ball quite short. Nice attack, although she was inches away from really punishing that one, so I'm not sure he will want to dip in that well too often.
Oh, and the ATP just kisses. Might have even hit the little knob that holds the net together on the side. So the dreaded HTP. And here come Kovalova and de Villiers. Little help from the net, and 77 is where we're at. And Annalie Waters, no stranger to calling timeouts.
Nope, she's one of the best.
So they're going to take it. You've got Ben Johns coaching up Colin Johns. He knows exactly what to do to set up Annalie Waters, so can't have a better knowledge base for the two players there than him.
No, except he knows what to do from the left side.
True that.
It's a slightly different animal.
So he has to look in the mirror and then whatever that guy is
Yeah.
saying. Okay, got it.
Exactly.
So this is impressive. Kovalova and de Villiers have fought, battled, had a couple of looser shots.
Who knows? Maybe it was just a rope-a-dope game one. You know, just playing possum.
So here we go.
Oh. If that ball goes over, I'd like their chances to win this match.
Yeah. Got a nose ahead here. That's gorgeous finish by Annalie Waters.
Yeah, the precision over just raw power.
And the ball is in the booth, and Morgan is crawling down below to get it. We are involved in this. Here we go.
Yeah, it's the least I can do.
Absolutely. So
the most physical activity I've done for about a year and a half.
And kept the headphone on the whole time. That's a pro. Okay, so could not get it, so the timeout does thwart the momentum, but that second two-handed backhand comes up shockingly short. Just setting the trap and then finishing. Just pushes it down the line, knows that Kovalova is sitting backhand, so she's going to get something juicy.
Yeah, she did that so well in game one, going behind de Villiers, really hitting those cross-court.
And in a little too much of a hurry there, so they get one. So 7-8, game 3.
This is good patience from AL.
And
impressive work.
Yes, and Lucy hoping that that forehand of de Villiers would be there, and it was not. And that is just, man, Colin Johns has hit some rockets off the two-handed backhand.
Yeah, that is beautiful. I think the way they handled their duties on return of serve in those last 2 points, that is picture perfect. And if you're wondering at home, you know, what kind of shot selections and how you should play.
And that is unbelievable from de Villiers at this point in the match. A little backhand flick over the right shoulder, stays inside the sideline.
Again, AL dealing with that attack with her backhand side and getting it once again off towards the backhand of de Villiers, who is certainly anticipating more middle.
Oh, and
with the divorce ball.
And there was absolute candy just sitting there ready to be killed, and both paddles went there. And we are at match point. This is their 5th overall, but first in game 3. Oh no, and Colin Johns and Anna Lee Waters battle through a really good comeback. The level kept rising, Morgan, throughout
Really
that
did.
match.
Yeah, no, impressive work from De Villiers and Kovalova to handle the crushing defeat of game 1 and come back, take game 2, and really, push them to the limits in game 3.
Yeah.
So great work, but in the end, it is a young Annalie Waters and the brother of Ben, Colin Johns, marching forward.
They will play in the semifinals, and we'll have great mixed doubles action coming back right after this.
New People Pickleball.
How do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're gonna do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
You don't get the moments everyone talks about without the moments no one sees. Early morning practice, late night drills, running it over and over. You don't get the crowd without the quiet. Everyone sees the glory, the medal, the podium, but every winning shot starts right here. Paddle Tech, let's go again.
No time to waste under the setting sun, into our wildest dream. Follow me into our wildest dreams, our wildest dreams.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
We owe great times to good friends, to the glasses that spark conversation, to the ideas that then pour out. Ours came from a night like that, and somehow survived the morning after. To make our own tequila. It wasn't meant to leave our house, but since we made this for friends, we thought it wouldn't hurt to make a few more. Grab a glass, amigo. Our tequila is your tequila. Our casa is your casa.
Our new EV rental fleet is the absolute GOAT.
Nice. Speaking of goats, is that Tom Brady?
Yeah, he comes in to recharge, get software updates, you know.
Same time next week?
You got it.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a gas card. You can always use gas.
Always.
Wait, but you have a...
Thank you.
Hey, do we need gas?
Nope.
How about now?
Still no.
Hey, remember Daddy's birthday's tomorrow?
A gas card. I could use this.
Hey, that.
Evolve your journey beyond the pump in the first ever Tucson plug-in hybrid EV.
What are you guys doing?
We're getting our duper tattoos.
You know it changes every match, right?
Duper, keeping tattoo removers in business by updating after every match. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
Can you change that 6 to an 8?
I sure can try.
Welcome back, everybody. Dave Fleming here, and we've got a great matchup here. We've got Ben Johns and Jesse Irvin playing together. They've played one other tournament, TOC, a couple years ago. They won it, so they're back together, and they will face Tyler Leung and Catherine Parento, who is really going to present some problems. So this should be high octane, lots of unique combinations, and Jesse Irvin finding the way to complement what Ben Johns likes to do in mixed. And then the same for Catherine with Tyler Leung, who will be flying all over the place with his Ernies. The winner of this match actually will get Anna Lee Waters and Colin Johns, so won't that be something? If either way, that's going to be a terrific one of the semifinals. The other half of the draw has some great matchups as well. Lee Waters and Tyson McGuffin will play Callie Smith and Matt Wright, and Elise Jones and Federico Staxrud, who were absolute fire yesterday in the pool play, come in as the 4th seed. They will play Cassandra Gerke and Callan Dawson, who defeated Sierra Gayton Leach and Jeff Warnick 11-9 in the 3rd. That would have been a barn burner on one of the back courts. So here we go. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Morgan?
It is a slightly more unique matchup here than some of the other ones, given that Tyler and Catherine have played together before.
Yep.
On more than one occasion, and Ben Johns and Jesse Irvin actually won TOC together. I think 2019. I want to say.
Correct.
So Ben took a lot of balls, no doubt about it, and Jesse was very happy to complement his style, and she did it beautifully.
And that was one of the Jesse Irvin coming out parties. Certainly made a name for herself and then some since then.
Yeah, nice little flick attack there from Johns.
Yeah, interesting 2 matches in a row. This one because of the lefty. The other was by choice, that we've got one of the females purposefully on the left side of the court. That shovel will not dig a big enough hole to get the ball over.
Yeah, Leung did get the ball down pretty quickly.
Oh my.
So slippery on that outside.
And
every aspect of her body said middle, possibly even cross court.
Yes, and her wrist said that too, and then just beautifully behind Parento.
Oh,
that's
Very
Just
sneaky.
Very, very sneaky. Oh, tries the tweener. And you might go, hey, I saw Tyler put his paddle for balance in the kitchen.
Yep.
You can do that all day long as you don't volley the ball.
Yep, not a problem.
Good leave there.
Yeah, both Irvin and John's accomplished leavers of the ball. A much underrated skill in the professional game.
Yeah, well, I have to hit multiple winners. And again, court positioning from the dinks. Loong swinging away 4 or 5 feet behind the kitchen line. John standing on it.
Yeah, very tough way to make a living when you're that far back.
And Ben just snuck in there, rolled one over there, just sort of baited into, hey, maybe the side I was on is open. Hey,
hey.
Put up some lights and stuff. And Catherine took the bait and then misses a return after that. So 4-2 for Irvin and Johns.
Oh.
Oh, no, and after a gorgeous point, and it happened with Parento and Loong in opposite positions.
Yeah, I think they should take something away from that. Remember, they don't have to be glued to their original sides.
And they are unglued right now.
But again, it's John's holding steadfast on the line, while Loong is 3, 4, 5 feet back.
But I think they like the point construction of that. Now, that is a long way to go. Oh, my, with the athleticism there.
Oh, almost flicked it with possibly the handle or his hand.
Yeah, and the being comfortable where you're playing. Boy, another huge serve from Ben Johns, and we're going to get a timeout here. So not wildly different. We had that one fantastic point, and then it's just finding, easing in a couple of missed returns here. But Johns and Irvin, you don't want to give them much.
No. If you give them an inch, they will take a mile and possibly 2.
Yeah, and they may even convert that to kilometers. You never know. So you got to keep an eye on them.
Yes, 1.6 miles. No, 1 mile, 1.6 kilometers.
There you go.
Sorry about that. All my friends back in Australia still understand metric. It is very easily understandable. That's why we love it.
It is. It's much easier than all these crazy inches and 112 what. But the stubborn Americans, we're not willing to give up on something that's 1 to 100. So enough about the history of the metric system. We're going to talk about 44 feet by 20 feet here, and that's the size of this pickleball court. Johns has been banging his serve. Will he continue? He does.
Oh, Johns almost had a play on it. He stood there. Quick hands.
Okay, so they like the untraditional. That was like a tennis doubles point where we had people up and back and trying to scrap your way into it.
Yeah, and I hope they noticed there that Johns was not able to do much with the overhead, given the sun's location. Ooh. Ball just stayed low on him on that one.
And Leung was thinking about the one that was in before that skipped off the line. Irvin stuck the backhand in there. Didn't get quality contact. That's just outrageously good.
Yeah, beautiful drive.
And they're not going to be running to that position now. Irvin also hitting a big serve.
Oh, he was surprised that the ball actually arrived at that kind of height and had a grip that wasn't exactly what he needed for the shot he played.
No, because he wanted it over there, but not that high.
Oh, oh.
I think he heard you say he didn't do a lot with that one over.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that separates a lot of his higher balls on the forehand and certainly overheads, and I'll just wait till this point's finished.
Great move there by Leung. Finish your point, though.
Yeah, he generally doesn't just hit it harder than the vast majority of players. He adds so much depth to it, which makes the chances of the ball coming back next to none, whereas a lot of people bounce it quite early.
Okay. See if Parento and Leung can continue to chip away.
Yeah, that is a perfect spot. Johns catching Parento on the move coming forward.
And this is what Ben Johns in complete command of a mixed doubles match looks like.
And it usually looks like that. And looks like it's landed on the line, very close.
Yep.
But Parento giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, they stop one, and who knows, earlier today, multiple match points were saved. Oh, and the wind holds that up.
And Johns shakes his head in disbelief. You're allowed to miss one.
You are. Just read the wind better. And that is picture perfect from Irvin right there. Stayed ahead in the dinks. Leung got out of it, and then Johns took over.
Oh, she's missed it.
Yep.
And Parento will enjoy getting the better of that one.
And that's something she's going to have to look at to see, do I want to go there more often?
Yeah, lovely looking roll from Johns.
Yeah, and then you get into an angle that just isn't what you're used to because of the depth of that. Another game point here. Just beautiful inside out on the last one. So Ben Johns and Jesse Irvin playing like they've played since 2019. Really nice first game.
Yep, very smooth, well-oiled machine.
So they are off and running. Can Loom find an answer with Catherine Parento? We'll find out right after this.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace any pair that gets lost or broken. And so far, we've racked up over 100,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 50% off 2 pairs at Shady Rays.
We are back, and look at this, Irvin and Johns laughing as if they've been a partnership for decades.
Yes, there's nothing more disheartening for a couple of players than just watching your opponents laugh uncontrollably on the other end.
After you've lost game one. So they go back to Leung on the right side of the court. Jesse.
some sound effects coming from
I don't know.
Is
that like one of those little toys that you squish when you use it? It makes a little sound.
She has a wonderful Ernie and an even better around the post. Not quite there on that one, though.
No, and it was very close to the net, which makes that shot so difficult. And she tried it on the backhand as well. Great move by Leung there.
Yep, manages to implement the pedicure.
And that is the potion. Catherine can set up Leung to be able to fly in front.
And a beautiful flick. Many have underestimated the length of Tyler Leung, and off that backhand side especially, he really does a great job of just quickly flicking the ball at full stretch. Nice cross-court dinking, controlled, methodical from Mr. Johns, as we've come to expect.
Oh, and that little flick sails a bit deep. again, Leung with that reach. Beautiful finish.
Oh, fantastic counter punch from an awkward location there from Jesse Irvin.
And unable to keep pushing forward. And when you have a team down even a few points, if you can just get one each time.
He's missed it. Reasonable amount of open space,
Yeah,
but
incredulous that that went wide.
Oh, just tipped the net and had a bit of spin that came, made it
Yeah,
even
it came
more
back to the net. Yeah,
even more tricky for Catherine Parento. Just missed that one wide.
and Irvin able to play that complimentary pickleball, fires down the line at Parento, and Johns is ready, willing, and able on the next one.
Yeah, one of the things that makes him as good as he is, especially in mixed, isn't just his ability to cover a lot of court and take a lot of awkward dinks away from his partner, but knowing when his partner is going to be launching an attack and quickly getting into a great position to help out with really well-timed counter punches, which is an incredibly difficult skill at the best of time.
And just too much pace.
Too much of everything there.
Yeah, it was interesting in the middle. Both Johns and Parento kept balls up that they bailed themselves out of a problem.
Oh, Leung coming out of nowhere.
The read was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. The hero play almost came off, but just 6 inches long.
Wow, Johns didn't even bring the full heat there, and maybe that threw Leung off a little.
Yeah, you never know.
50%. Much deeper serve there.
Oh, so close.
You know, and if Ben is your partner, you can sit on that line because you know the balls to your left are covered.
Yeah, I mean, she's got one of, if not the best two-handed backhand in the women's game. She can afford to be, you know, really coming over quite close to her sideline, almost guaranteeing that anything that comes her way will be in her wheelhouse on that backhand side. Just searching for a new ball here. The last one seems to have disappeared.
Ben dubs it fit for play, and here we go. 4-4-2. Johns and Irvin took game number 1.
Well, that was a ball that Irvin would typically handle nicely. It was a good-looking, relatively disguised attack from Parento.
Yeah, and the one before that went down the line, so maybe that's in your head a little bit. There's just that heavy roll that it's hard to find the right amount of pace to throw that back in the kitchen.
Well, that was missed by inches.
Because Irvin said out. I mean, she's sitting on the line, so having the coordinates of that right there were perfection.
Oh, he was in a pretty good spot.
And that's what we talked about before, the reading when he can get in there, just unable to finish. That's really nice.
Very pretty. Yeah, we saw Matt Wright making that shot look pretty routine earlier.
He, of course, is playing with Callie Smith today in our jumbled up Selkirk Showdown. Yeah, and that's a timeout for putting the ball in the wrong spot at that moment. So let's look at the draw, Morgan. In the bottom half, we've got Anna Lee Waters and Colin Johns advanced in a barn burner against de Villiers and Kovalova. The winner of this match will play them in one semifinal. In the other semifinal, we've got Lee Waters, Tyson McGuffin playing the aforementioned Callie Smith and Matt Wright. And then Elise Jones, Federico Staxrud against Gerke and Dawson. We'll try and update. I think one of these matches may have completed, but
looks like the McGuffin match is still going.
See if anyone has played. And it was indeed Jones and Staxrud advancing 12-10, 11-5. So they will play the winner, as we mentioned, of Smith Wright and Lee Waters and Tyson McGuffin. So Jones and Staxrud continue their great play from yesterday into the semifinal.
Impressive work for those two up-and-coming players. Jones is always hunting, isn't he?
And there he is, just
never not in the hunt.
And he dares you to go behind him, and I think Parento's going to have to do it just to keep him honest a little bit.
Yeah, a couple of good resets, then the third got the better of him. Oh. But I haven't seen that part of the paddle be used by Mr. Johns for quite some time.
They promised not to even sell it to him. Not that he bought it. Oh my, and that's the risk he's willing to take, to force you to do something maybe you didn't really want to do, but you think you see something.
So Parento serving at 5-7.
That's a beautiful drive by Parento. I think Leung even said, I'll go, and the Canadian beat him to it. It's exchange rate.
And a couple of loose errors coming from the Johns paddle.
And we are knotted up again. Oh my.
Parento just kind of looking up towards the heavens. I think possibly more the trees and the shadows.
And I think she expected more pace from that too, because she got ahead there. All right, 7 up.
And Irvin calling that one wide.
Just wide on the sideline. And that is gorgeous from Irvin there, as Lung read that I think something different is coming, and he thought it would be the down the line ball, and Irvin finds the gaping hole in the middle and just doesn't overhit it. So we won't overhit this break ourselves. It's 9-7. Irvin and Johns in game 2. We'll be right back. Just perfect pace, about a millimeter over the net, and they've got a shot at a Johns v. Johns semifinal. And that is what we will have. So a couple drives from the paddle of Ben Johns after the timeout was called, and Parento and Lung put up a nice fight, got close, but couldn't get over the top.
Yeah. Fortunately, you don't have to wait too long to see these two back on the court. It looks like they will be teaming up for the Tuesday night pickleball coming up. Both Ben Johns, Colin Johns, Tyler Lung, and AJ Kohler are going to be involved in that. The fans vote on the teams. Right now, 57% or thereabouts have voted for Johns and Lung versus Kohler and, well, the other Johns,
yes,
Colin Johns.
Yes, so
that'll be fun.
And the two ladies that were just on the court there were participants in the inaugural Tuesday night, Catherine and Jesse. So that's been a lot of fun. Good job by Jigsaw Health there at the Orchard. So we will have another great mixed match coming up next here. This is the Selkirk Showdown, powered by Invited.
.com.
I host a show in the kitchen.
I share my workouts in the kitchen.
I roll one sleeve up in the kitchen.
I stream in the kitchen.
I can't cook, but I'm in this kitchen.
I gave my paddle away in the kitchen.
I help keep you fit in the kitchen.
We're all family in the kitchen.
Let's go!
it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our future. Our future.
For many of us, we just charge ahead because planning for your future takes time. And right now, thinking about your financial future takes on new meaning. At Baird, our financial advisors have guided individuals and families to achieve their goals through every crisis evolution and groundbreaking idea for over 100 years. That's the difference between thinking you're ready for what lies ahead and knowing you've planned for it. Now that's different. Discover the Baird difference.
New People Pickleball.
How do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're gonna do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
You don't get the moments everyone talks about without the moments no one sees. Early morning practice, late night drills, running it over and over. You don't get the crowd without the quiet. Everyone sees the glory, the medal, the podium, but every winning shot starts right here. Paddle Tech, let's go again.
No time to waste under the setting sun, into our wildest dream.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
We owe great times to good friends, to the glasses that spark conversation, to the ideas that then pour out. Ours came from a night like that, and somehow survived the morning after, to make our own tequila. It wasn't meant to leave our house, but since we made this for friends, we thought it wouldn't hurt to make a few more. Grab a glass, amigo. Our tequila is your tequila. Our casa is your casa.
Our new EV rental fleet is the absolute GOAT.
Nice. Speaking of goats, is that Tom Brady?
Yeah, he comes in to recharge, get software updates, you know.
Same time next week?
You got it.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a gas card. Can always use gas.
Always.
Wait, but you have a...
Thank you.
Hey, do we need gas?
Nope.
How about now?
Still no.
Hey, remember Daddy's birthday's tomorrow.
A gas card. I could use this.
Hey, that...
Evolve your journey beyond the pump in the first ever Tucson plug-in hybrid EV.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Dave Fleming with Morgan Evans, and I'm not sure if you got some snacks, got something out of the fridge. I don't know how you spent the break. I spent the break getting absolutely destroyed by Annalee Waters in singles. So.
Well, destroyed is a strong word. I did see at least one wonderful point where you with a clutch volley down the line, backhand. There might have been a couple where she ran you around a bit, but
the power of the 15-year-old is legit. It's fun to talk about it here. It's not quite as much fun over there, but how fun to get to interact with these players. So, Johns v. Johns, here we go. Let's play pickleball.
And Ben Johns may have indeed taught Colin Johns that shot, so knows roughly when it's going in or out.
There's the power of that two-handed backhand.
Yeah, it's not just the power. A lot of people have, some serious power. Jessie Irvin has it in spades, but she does such a good job of angling it cross-court.
And brother-on-brother crime right early in the match.
Yeah, can you really get in trouble from that, except from your parents?
No. Plus, it's little brother picking on big brother. For those of you not aware that Colin is the older brother here.
28 years old, I believe.
Ben, 23. Ridiculous dig by Ben there. And then goes inside out back at Annalee Waters, who had her paddle ready but didn't expect it to come in that position.
Yeah, it seems like that's a shot he's worked on adding to the arsenal.
Ooh, and a step back, tough ball to go down the line from there. And a quick start for Johns, Ben Johns, and Jessie Irvin. So here we go, get the ball back. And just non-stop firepower.
Yeah, he got that ball down in a hurry. I think it's a battle for pickleball players to figure out who can be the first to really bounce one over a fence.
Yes. Very interesting match here for Ben Johns, staring across the net at both his primary partners. But not today. Oh, and that's the Colin John special there, but pushed it wide.
Yeah, he's going to have to remind himself who's in front of him. He obviously wants to keep Ben Johns honest and not be too timid. Ooh.
And there's just pure firepower.
That's a rocket.
Fading away a little bit on that one was Irvin. And that's that angle. That left hand is the key. You know, everybody says, hey, should I pick up a two-handed backhand? Sure, but it's a different mechanism, and it's very difficult to figure out what do I want to do with my left hand. There is what you do with your right hand.
Yeah, usually my best advice for people is learn how to play a good forehand with your left hand while you're attempting to pick up the two-hander. And then spend time drilling where you alternate shots. One left-handed forehand, one two-handed backhand, just from the baseline, and get that hand really trained.
And that stays in, so that's the CJ special there. Speed it up and then find that open court and just hits the baseline.
Good leave. Yeah, I think Colin Johns and Annalie Waters, their best chance of success here is letting Annalie really tee off towards Jesse Irvin.
All people screaming at their partners not to hit it, and Annalie's like, okay, I got it, brother. I'm going to hit a winner.
Just let me take care of this. I recognize it may have gone out, but
wasn't that fun what I just did?
Indeed, goes long. Good leave there from Waters.
And folks, Colin Johns and Annalie Waters have smoked ahead, 6-5.
Oh.
Oh my.
Just missed. Good looking attack there from CJ.
Indeed. I'm sure they've drilled that just over 52,400 times.
Yeah, these two don't actually play pickleball. All they do is drill together.
Correct. Look at that pickup.
Unbelievable.
And after all that, a net cord ruins a beautiful pickleball point.
Yeah, that pickup was absolutely ridiculous.
Not much of a bounce on that serve, and doesn't come up for Annalie Waters. That's as solid a volley as you will see right there.
Yeah, perfect depth. As hard as you could possibly hit it keeping it inside the court.
Beautiful angle by Johns after his brother left a couple up there, the third and the fifth, quite high.
And we're waiting to see what will happen once Ben Johns starts to feel a little bit of extra pressure. It's always nice to see the fireworks when he cranks it into second and third gear, which can happen at any moment.
Oh, and Colin is just verklempt.
Verklempt. Oh,
after that ball could possibly hit the tape after his perfect ball.
Yeah, wasn't he just?
Oh. And there was just a millisecond of indecision by both players there. Is Anna Lee going to clobber this, or am I? And created an error.
I almost missed it. I'm still looking up for Klimt. And when Johns just gets a ball an inch high enough, he knows he can initiate the kind of attack that will get him something higher and higher before it is all over.
The other issue we have here is we have a timeout decision tree issue. Oh. And it is a scorpion finish by Ben Johns on one of the best points you'll ever see.
Unbelievable. The dexterity with his hand to be able to get around that ball and keep it inside the court. And incredible work.
And CJ just disgusted at what his brother just did. Waves his paddle at him. So we got a timeout. We'll take a quick one ourselves, and it is Ben Johns, Jesse Irvin with the lead. We'll be right back.
Hey, Katie, could you pass me the creamer?
Why don't you just come into the kitchen and get the creamer?
I can't come in the kitchen.
Sure you can.
No, I really can't.
You can come into the kitchen as long as you don't hit the ball out of the air.
All right. That's why I stay out of kitchens.
Oh, beautiful finish by Anna Lee there.
Yeah, it's going to be such an interesting mindset for her to be up against her normal mixed partner.
Unbelievable drop by Irvin after that slides off the line, and she puts it in a place. I don't even know how that angle worked there, Morgan.
No, unbelievable stuff. And it may have even almost distracted CJ. They're realizing that she's in a bit of a tough spot, having to potentially adjust shot selections, but whatever it is, got the job done, and they've taken game one.
Yeah, she is from LA, so maybe she just understands everything about the wind in here in the valley. So we will be back right after this with game number 2. All right, welcome back. So it is Ben Johns getting the best of big brother Colin in game one with a beautiful amount of support from the great Jesse Irvin.
Too good.
And that's what the threat of an Irvin Ernie can do. And then you know the next ball's going to Ben, and then all of that gets started.
Yeah, it instantly makes her the most dangerous player on the court.
Look out.
Oh, he's done it. Oh, Benjamin Johns. Enough is enough.
Just tremendous. Anna Lee went for the big shot, and he was ready. After a little touch on a ball, we all thought he was going to hit 100 miles an hour. The deception.
Ooh. That is a stretch in every sense of the word, every tense of the word.
Yeah, I think every version of the word.
Yep, why not? Let's stick with that. It's been a long day.
And there's a nice ball just inside, so not directly down the line where the full extension of Irvin can get there.
Yeah, great cramping ball.
And
good placement on those attacks,
Yes.
just finding the outside of Waters.
Just like a cobra, just I'm waving it up here. Where's it coming?
And Colin Jones is calling that dink wide.
You heard Ben, as he was coming forward, said coming to Jesse. He knew a big bolt from the Anna Lee Waters paddle was indeed coming. So chose to run around the backhand to hit a forehand and left some court open.
Well, there was some great D earlier on from the paddle of Colin Johns and Anna Lee Waters, but in the end, that's sustained offense too much.
And that is the best ATP in the women's game. Look at how low she keeps this. Anna Lee Waters is even there, and it goes buzzing by her toe. Degree of difficulty of that last shot to get it past that paddle. Ridiculous.
It's giving them the lead. Oh, as so often happens, you hit a great shot, and there's a surge of adrenaline.
Yes, an invisibility shield comes over you, and you can hit a winner from everywhere. So the one Showtime shot and a missed return from Johns, Colin Johns. So So it's 4-5. That's a beautiful drive there.
Yeah, just catching Ben on the run, getting into his new location.
Yeah, and sometimes you want to pull that back in the middle because they're expecting it down the line. Oh yeah, well I can hit an out ball farther out than you can.
Ben will be happy to allow him those kinds of bragging rights.
Oh boy, did that skid.
Yeah.
And a lot of people stick that and it's a solid flat block. That has a little backspin on it too. Tough to pick up. My goodness.
Great defense. Wow.
And Ben wanted that, but it was so close to the line he couldn't get all the way over there, and then it ends up on Jesse's paddle. Jesse will stay here until the sun sets in the Pacific.
And Colin Johns finally with a no-look attack towards younger brother Ben. Impressive work. Heat coming from young AL.
Okay.
I think we're not too far away from a timeout if another point slips here.
Again, the Johns boys are not very frequent timeout takers, so see who's in charge of those on this side. And CJ is going to talk to he's talking to him right now, the pickleball gods, like the ones that I hit, sit up for Ben, the ones that Ben hit, go right over my paddle.
Just give me this one. Just this one time.
The balls that Jesse Irvin handled on this point, and then Ben comes flying in to finish.
Like a gazelle.
It's a good take there by Anna Lee Waters.
Yeah, she's going to need to really take the bull by the horns.
And look at this. 8-5.
Yeah, this is a drastic turn of events.
Just
she
wide.
went for the line, hoping to increase the distance. Irvin had to run to get back into position, possibly open up a chance to drive.
Oh, and get a miss. And it is 9-5. And now 10-5, and out of just absolute nowhere, they are doubling them up and have a game point.
Yeah, it was starting to look like a foregone conclusion, and here we are heading to game 3.
So, Johns wins game 1. A different Johns wins game 2. Who will take game 3? We'll have it for you right after this.
My name is Catherine Parento, and I've been playing pickleball for almost 6 years. I travel a lot to play in tournaments. I'm always on planes, and I see a lot of people when I travel. I need to make sure that I stay healthy. I need to support my immune system, so that's the reason why I use the Pure Whey C+. I felt like I had to always drink water over and over, but I still felt a little bit dizzy by the end of the day. But once I tried to incorporate more electrolytes in my daily life, it really helped me out. My favorite thing about the pickleball cocktail is the flavor. It tastes great. I drink the pickleball cocktail every morning to make sure that I stay hydrated throughout the whole day. It's important to drink first thing in the morning. If you wait until you play, you're usually too late. You start feeling dehydrated. When it comes to hydration, don't wait before it's too late.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Here we go. Colin Johns serving to Jesse Irvin. We will switch sides at 6. Beautiful drop by CJ to start game number 3. That ball sounds cracked.
It does, doesn't it? And if it's not, it will be soon.
And just wide on the big two-hander from Irvin, and one of the best points you'll ever see. Every part of pickleball in one place.
There's just too much to even go through. In the time we've got to before the next point starts, unbelievable stuff. And it is Colin Johns and Annalie Waters with a 2-point lead.
Oh, Colin Johns is going to take something, a blunt object, to that tape. It has not been his friend. Oh no.
And Colin had no business.
No, get out of there, Colin. Get out of there. Annalie's ready to clobber that ball. Hi, have we drilled together ever and seen all of that?
Yeah, I wonder how many thousands of times that happens on a Tuesday.
Man. Quickly tied it, too. He thought he missed it, and it carried over. And now Irvin brings the heat.
Yeah, that barely cleared the net. I think just caught Colin Johns by surprise a little. That one left up nice and high for Ben.
And it's that ball right there that set off that ball right there. So, and Colin knows better than anybody. He's got to bounce it. Beautiful shot back behind Ben Johns from Anna Lee Waters.
Yeah, she slid just far enough to her left to open up the forehand side. Colin Johns on that occasion, he typically goes towards the backhand side.
So he was like, okay, I'm going to go right hip. Bro's waiting, stole his piece of cake.
Good leave.
Much better volley there from Ben Johns. So good look at Jessie Irvin right there, ready to serve. There's that ridiculous angle again from Anna Lee Waters. Look at the paddle position there, just that left hand getting on top. Yeah, finishes it off.
There's really no one that really attempts that shot on any regular basis, and it's become her go-to. Almost undefendable, really.
Oh, an indecision in the middle again.
Yeah, there was no scorpion that was going to help CJ on that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's hoping that Anna Lee is there with the forehand, but hesitant to come over. And she hit that once yesterday, too, where there's like that paddle face cannot possibly go down the line because you don't slice a ball down the line in pickleball. You get eaten alive. But because her dinks look that way, if she leaves that paddle out there, she can really surprise you. It's not a shot you want to hit often. In fact, it's one of those you set up earlier in the match.
Yeah.
And what a time to execute that beautifully there by Jessie Irvin.
For sure. I mean, let alone off the bounce. We've seen her lay that paddle back nicely as a relatively high volley and have great success with it. But she pulled it off the bounce. Credit to her.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that before till yesterday, and now I've seen, so mix it in maybe once or twice a day because it is a ball not with a lot of pace, but its placement and disguise is the magic.
Yeah, I think if she's wise, then she won't go back to that one too quickly.
No. Oh, I think it's done for that. It should just be put in this little box, and we'll bring it to the next turn. And Ben Johns runs out of real estate there. Great angle by Colin.
Yeah, to get up quickly enough and angle that one off the court, very tricky.
Clearly doing leg day. Good job, Colin. Oh my, all right. So the double net cord in your favor, Colin. So let's just remember that.
Yes, I'm sure revenge will be swift. Ooh. Yeah, he's such a proficient driver of the ball. That's a tough pill to swallow.
Anna Lee Waters flying across the court. There's a come on again. Those have been in rare moments today from her.
She is the most agile player on the court.
Sure. Not just 15, but a highly talented soccer player as well. Doesn't play that like she used to, but the feet are quick.
Yeah, that's a beautiful ball. And essentially he's doing what Annalie, she has done very well to him,
Yes.
getting to the outside of them.
So little margin there, but they both are able to find it. Complete miscommunication.
Yeah, it's a shot reserved for the best of the best.
That's a nice ATP by Colin. Okay. So the lead is but 2. They had a rampage to finish off game 2, did Annalie Waters and Colin Johns.
And that third was left way too high.
And then his ability to read that before it is even on his side of the net is the key. Fakes the ATP, all right. And then Jessie Irvin able to whip this cross court and keep it in.
That is incredibly impressive. She really extends that arm out so quickly and is still able to get plenty of power.
Not enough wind to hold that in, so the lead is now 3. Winner moves on to Championship Sunday tomorrow on Tennis Channel, YouTube, and many other places. That'll start at 10. We'll have the lineup for you later tonight. And that just sails deep.
Yeah, the net getting involved, just disrupting some rhythm.
Yep, and it's been Colin's friend for the last 5 minutes, so 5-8. And Dink with a purpose. Shirt sales are up 5,000% after that point, and then Ben Johns finally able to get in after really impressive dinking by all 4 players. Just couldn't get there in time, couldn't young Annalie Waters. So get the ball back, 8-5. Jessie Irvin, you see there, ready to serve.
Oh, Irvin thought that Johns was going to come over and monster that with his forehand.
Yeah, you talk about wide receivers in football hearing footsteps. Irvin definitely heard him there and pulled her paddle out.
Oh, almost an amazing dig.
So 8 is where they shall stay.
It's almost strange to see him miss that. I've been incredibly impressed with Colin Johns' resets today. It seems like that part of his game has always been good, but it seems to have gotten better.
And again, the minute there's one he can reach, it changes the complexion of everything. So the 5 stays a 5, and here comes 8-5-1. And goes to that outside foot of Anna Lee Waters. And if you want to learn how to approach from the baseline of the kitchen, was Ben Johns in a hurry ever in that point, despite being under siege? The answer is no.
No, cooler than the other side of the pillow. It happens.
Missed third, but just don't be in a hurry, folks.
Yeah, you've always got more time than you think. And Johns, Colin Johns, just a little impatient.
And here is a point for tomorrow in Championship Sunday. And the cross-court ball from Irvin is the difference. So it is Ben Johns and Jesse Irvin who will play tomorrow. They will play the winner of the match we have next. It's our last match of the day. That will be Matt Wright and Callie Smith versus Elise Jones and Federico Staxrud, who are a nice team, played great yesterday. Really good battle from Colin and Anna Lee there, but just a little too much. Ben Johnson, Jesse Irvin playing great in her hometown here.
Yeah, beautiful work from those two. Ben Johns, at times, really looked like, well, everything we've come to expect. And for him to be able to play that level with a very different partner than his normal, Anna Lee Waters, yeah, great work.
Indeed.
From
So,
Jesse Irvin, the hometown queen.
Both Jesse and Ben will have 2 matches tomorrow. We'll set all that up for you. We'll talk to the winners when we come back.
What are you guys doing?
We're getting our duper tattoos.
You know it changes every match, right?
Oh,
Duper, keeping tattoo removers in business by updating after every match. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
Can you change that 6 to an 8?
I sure can try.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace any pair that gets lost or broken. And so far, we've racked up over 100,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 50% off 2 pairs at shadyrays.com.
Tomorrow, but guys, let's talk about the match that just happened. You have Colin playing the right side, AL on the left, which is an interesting position for that team. How did that play out?
You know, I kind of told Ben beforehand, you know, my strategy, which was my best dink is probably my cross-court dink. It also kind of gets him involved the most. And, you know, I kind of stick to what I'm really good at and just make sure I make a lot of balls and get him involved, so that was my plan.
Well, Ben, interesting for you to face down not just one, but 2 of your partners. How did you prepare for this?
You know, I hit the ball hard and I crash hard and I see what happens. You know, it's always fun to beat up on Big Bro. He's still looking for his first win against me, for those of you who don't know. Always fun playing against AL. You know, our hands are incredible, and yeah, you know, there were a lot of fun points for the spectators, I think. So fun match, and looking forward to tomorrow.
Well, Jesse, you guys seemed like you were laughing. I don't know if you're able to share any of the jokes you had at the baseline, if those are fit for public consumption.
No, there was one because I was asking like which way the wind was blowing, and he told me the wind was going from like right to left, and then I look up at the flag and it was the complete opposite. I was like, well, the flag is telling me it's going from left to right. He's like, abort that plan, ignore everything I just said, it was completely wrong. So yeah, you know, it's a fun event, you know, it's not a tournament, so at the end of the day, I think, you know, I definitely play my best when I'm having fun and having a good time, so I like to kind of throw in a joke every now and then just to get a good laugh and to kind of relax. So yeah, that was one of them.
Engineer right here. Great job, guys. We'll see you tomorrow in the final.
I host a show in the kitchen.
I share my workouts in the kitchen.
I roll one sleeve up in the kitchen.
I stream in the kitchen.
I can't cook, but I'm in this kitchen.
I gave my paddle away in the kitchen.
I help keep you fit in the kitchen.
We're all family in the kitchen.
Let's go!
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our future. Our future.
For many of us, we just charge ahead because planning for your future takes time. And right now, thinking about your financial future takes on new meaning. At Baird, our financial advisors have guided individuals and families to achieve their goals through every crisis evolution and groundbreaking idea for over 100 years. That's the difference between thinking you're ready for what lies ahead and knowing you've planned for it. Now that's different. Discover the Baird difference.
All right, we are back. Second semifinal. Callie Smith, the serve to Elise Jones. Will set the table here in a minute. That's Matt Wright. And that is Elise Jones coming up a little short. Federico Staxrud is her partner. And that was not a math equation on the scoreboard, don't worry. And these two were very good yesterday. That's why they came in as the 4th seed. So Smith and Wright had to battle their way here, and they have, beating a very difficult team of Lee Waters and Tyson McGuffin in 3.
Yeah, Jones and Staxrud. They took down Gerke and Dawson, 12-10, 11-5.
Oh my, and that unique hand position that Elise Jones uses to defend, she's got no fear. And Team Yola got those paddles ready to go there.
Yeah, great leave. Federico's game has just come along leaps and bounds. Yeah, he was almost instantly a fantastic singles player,
Yes.
But his men's and mixed especially has really risen to the occasion.
Yes, does a lot of training in Florida and is just getting better and better.
Yeah, he's one of the hitting partners and trains a lot with Simone Jajin.
Yes. So a little strategy chatteroo there for Smith and Wright.
Ooh.
Oh, and after a ball that was definitely sailing into the advertising that Staxrud couldn't avoid, end up losing the point. Ooh, and that flick had a bunch of action on it, but just did not dive down inside the court. A little high on the third from Matt right there.
Yeah, it's not the norm for him. Oh,
wow, and
big
goes for
serve.
a lightning serve. And Matt Wright gives a little look over the shoulder back
Yeah.
at Federico.
A
There,
little stare down.
Like here I am. I see you. I see your 4th seed.
And
Okay.
There's no way that Federico has even had time to wrong Matt Wright in some way in his fairly short career. So
I am not aware of that instance.
no. So, well, Matt Wright just making sure his presence is known.
Oh, and there's one of the beautiful Matt Wright lob volleys, which makes it even more difficult to read.
Yeah, taking a great leaf out of the Dawson book.
Yes. And that stays in as well. So Smith and Wright, who struggled a bit yesterday in their pool, finishing third, but it was 1 with 1, 2 with 2. They both finished in 3, and this is a dangerous, dangerous team. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. It is Matt Wright and Callie Smith rolling.
Dorothy, I really think you'd like the magnesium. Perfect. I'd be happy to get that shipped out to you today. Thanks, Dorothy. You too. Come on!
Does he do that every time? Every time.
So Wright and Smith up 7-2 here. And a beautiful flick by Matt Wright, and they are up 8-2. Watch him hold this and then just...
Yeah, I think if he gets anything on his forehand side with Jones in front of him, he's going to take the chance.
All right, let's see if Jones and Staxrud can get rolling here. That is impressive coverage there.
Yeah, reached in, did something very impressive with that forehand. That's what he's going to need to do time and time again. Oh, that ball just skidding through.
Yeah, and it's when you play with Elise Jones, you have to learn to trust that she will be there. Oh.
Just catching Callie Smith.
Man, that did catch her a little bit in the face, but she seems, of course she seems, she is just fine. Oh, that was going to be another Staxrud poach after that drop. So you can also, we talk about shake and bake, drive it, but sometimes the drop and go get it works equally as effectively if your partner can make it bounce.
Yeah, I mean, these days, some of these players are hitting such aggressive third shot drops, so much spin, dropping out of the air like a sack of hammers, and that bounce can be very tricky. So add that to the pressure of an oncoming partner.
And how much does a sack of hammers go for these days?
Oh, $12.99.
Okay.
Yeah, no, small hammers, obviously.
Yes, of course. But yeah, people are really using the paddle. It looks like string some of the time.
Yeah, it is. You know, one of the major differences in how the game has grown over the last few years. Paddles have really started to add, more pop, more spin, and it's created a faster-paced game. It's created a game where players will have license to drive more and more opportunities, and I think, for my money, a more exciting game.
Yeah, for sure. On that note, mixed used to be, even 2 years ago, 428 cross-court dinks with the women, and now the women are taking on the men significantly. They're different formations, and everyone is bringing pace and spin. Thank you, Callie.
Gorgeous.
Right on cue.
Look at this low angle, inside out.
I mean,
beautiful spin.
Just go to filth in the dictionary, and that little shot right there is what is in Webster's.
Oh,
oh my. Oh my. You cannot apologize after you did that. That had one plan. Hit it through Stacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about. Yeah.
Unless you're going to keep your hand up for the rest of the match. It makes no difference.
To be clear, that there's nothing wrong with that shot selection in the pro game. I mean, he is trying to hit him.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of, I'm sure, divided opinions on that. But Federico Staksrud is a professional, and it's not going to make a difference to him.
No, it's not going to bother him at all.
Steely grin.
Guy tried to hit me. I couldn't get out of the way.
Yeah. And I don't think he'll actually look for a revenge ball. I think he'll just do it by the book and play the game.
No. Yeah, that one was ripped. So
it had Tim Nelson written all over that one.
It did indeed. So 11-5, Wright and Smith. We'll be back with game 2 right after this.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Oh, thanks, Lucy. Oh, wow.
And another one.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
I have one more surprise for you.
Okay. Oh, come on. I love it, babe!
All right, Elise Jones will start us off here in game number 2. And Elise Jones with a beautiful start.
Tell you, the closing speed of Federico Staksrud
is
that's electric.
Yeah. You know, we've seen him cover the full court in singles, but it's a different movement in doubles, and he's very good. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like a good ball between the two players. Just catching the line.
And there's that paddle flick from Wright on the forehand side.
Yeah, just so deceptive. And Elise Jones, she's not the kind of person that ever wants to back up.
Oh boy, Federico does not want that one to. Yikes. We'll just leave that there.
Yep, good call.
Both players dive. Okay, that's a first. Look at the effort. Wow. Fans loving that. I mean, just selling out here at the Selkirk Lab Showdown.
So to get the ball back, 1-3.
Callie Smith running for cover there. Wow, and another 5-hole on Staksrud there. Again, it's the precision. He's going to get it. It's got to bounce or you're just in so much danger.
It's just a matter of time for someone with his kind of tennis background. Oh, she's got a couple of those.
Yes.
On the right.
Inside out forehand rip, and there's more on that than you think. Elise Jones.
Yeah, no, impressive work. Matt Wright doing what he's typically doing, looking to protect that middle and the backhand side of his partner, but he's been exposed.
Okay. And Callie Smith unable to let that ball go and eats the next one. Oh my, okay. And there's a little love off the net for Staxrud, and they've got a lead here in game number 2.
Oh, great drive drop combination there from Federico.
And Smith and Wright have seen enough, so
it's a moral victory.
That's a great job to get to that point. They were down, a bit bruised, but not deterred in any way. And we saw both of them on the deck here. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back. Staxrud and Jones on a nice run here at the Selkirk Lab Showdown.
I think it's 120 milligrams. Let me check on that really quick.
It's 125.
Oh, it's 125 milligrams.
UPS or FedEx for this one?
FedEx, they deliver on Saturday. It's 3 minutes on high. It's pound, then the number. Orange evokes energy and vitality. Black shows softness.
How does he know all this stuff?
That's always right. Yellow shows unknowns, things that are unclear. We need to dive into the yellow more.
Not today. Break's over. Drop something.
That's a wicked backhand.
All right, folks, we are back. Staxrud and Jones running. They're up 5-3 here. And the inside out goes off the tape and wide, and they have them doubled up, and the timeout fails. So 6-3. That's where Federico's got to trust Elise Jones. She's there with ease. Don't stick the paddle in there when it's behind you. But a nice run by those two. Beautiful communication there too. Got the right people hitting the right shots there, and this is what they did all day yesterday. Either paired together or separate.
Yeah, Elise Jones is doing a fantastic job of redirecting the balls when need be with her dinks down the line to a Matt Wright, who has a fantastic reach, obviously. But she's never giving him much to work with at all. I mean, she's playing with fire when she does it, but sometimes getting out of the cross-court exchange with Callie Smith is still a good idea.
And that one ate her up as it came off of a ball that Callie's able to take out of the air, and that's going to be able to add a little more pace to it.
She put a big swing on that return of serve. just fading back as she
Yeah,
hits that one, not stable.
Got to be committed to that.
And right now teeing off.
Yes, big drive there.
Getting some confidence.
Oh, beautiful resets by Staxrud there.
Yeah, those are veteran shots, really. For a guy with as little doubles experience, especially as he has, he is proving wise beyond his years.
And there's the foot speed. And, you know, the Elise Jones drive is dipping. It's not the same pace as some others, but you don't need that. You need it to be diving so your partner can get in there, and it was perfect right there.
Yeah, they are agreeing that that was the spot. And the results do speak for themselves.
Apparently, the spot is right over there.
It's right over there. Yeah. It's high to the backhand, it looks like.
Yeah, again, Staxford's footwork is so good. He's taking balls behind him and putting his team a little bit behind. Jones is right there ready, and then he can go look for something.
So, 5-7 down.
And that is a gorgeous ball from Callie Smith with a requisite come on right with it.
Yeah, she really displays the body language that it's just going to be another routine dink, and then quickly flicks that wrist. It's one of the benefits of the kind of strength that she possesses.
Great job, Federico Staxrud. Let's
Steps
go.
back, locks and loaded two-hander.
After one-handed blocks, he's like, okay, here comes full heat.
Oh, interesting.
Fish shot lob. Oh. AJ Kohler, take note.
Yeah, his game reminds me a lot of Colin Jones. The movement through the forehand drive especially.
So they'd sure love to add to the lead here. Again, it's the read of that. Okay, maybe there's, if it's not there, the ability, and you know, Ben Johns is one of the best at this. Of, I think it's going to be there. It isn't there. Get out of there and let your partner put it back in for a chance to continue.
Yeah, the key is doing it early enough to give your partner a chance to realize when you're not able to do it. Oh.
Tied at 7 there as Callie Smith is able to win that cross-court battle with Elise Jones.
Yeah, I think Federico was realizing that they may be looking to expose the open space as Jones tries to find the open court, but instead they go behind him.
And unwinding the stack uncomfortability factor is a significant situation here. So it's Smith and Wright who have now taken the lead and would love the chance to play Jesse Irvin and Ben Johns in tomorrow's final. But we've got two players who dove headfirst into not a pool here at the Braemar Country Club, but a gray kitchen, as we call it here. So there will be no stone left unturned by those two to get this victory.
High levels of commitment on both parts. So we'll be 9-7, I believe.
Yes. 9-7 coming back in here. Callie Smith the serve to Elise Jones.
Ooh.
Great handle by Jones there, because that's the ball Matt Wright loves to speed up, and you're not sure where.
And that's given them a match point and a chance to play in Championship Sunday.
That attack doesn't make it. Smith wanted to walk off there. Beautiful finish by Callie Smith there. As you see that ball right there from Staxrud, just not able to get it to bounce. And another 5-hole winner for Matt Wright. If that drive is up, it's trouble. I like that Staxrud's going for it. So another chance to earn their way to Sunday.
Oh, and another.
Elise Jones, sneaky, finds the backside of Matt Wright there. And Wright misses it deep, so 3 chances gone. And Staxrud and Jones get the ball back in. They keep it for a while. Big serve by Staxrud there. And that's what the singles players have been bringing to doubles. They're going for their serves like they do in singles. There's another one.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
And the reset clinic and the Lucy Kovalova fist pump there by Matt Wright. I love they held their ground there, but Matt Wright finds the open court. And Staxrud tried to get there. Elise Jones, unsurprisingly, is on the deck trying to defend. And the crowd is loving it here.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Showtime event. Showdown.
Oh, and Elise Jones, after playing impressively all day long yesterday and today, sails it deep. So we have quite the lineup tomorrow. We'll start with mixed, which is what we just saw. Jesse Irvin, Ben Johns, Callie Smith, Matt Wright. What are you thinking, Morgan?
Oh, that is a spicy one. Look, I think Johns and Irvin are going to be tough to beat. They have played together. They've won a major together. Smith and Wright, don't get me wrong, they have a real shot at it. If they come out there and show the kind of fire they showed there, that attitude that whatever it takes to win, we're going to do it. We're certainly going to be in with a heated exchange, and I can't wait for that one.
Yes, the men's doubles will be Ben Johns as well, with Jocelyn DeVilliers against Tyson McGuffin and Ben Newell.
Yes.
Who put on a show earlier today, did he not, Morgan?
He did indeed. Newell Blood is on the court, and you know, I'm going to predict an upset. I'm going out there. And it's hard to say if it really is an upset or not, given that these players certainly do not play with each other on any regular basis. But I saw Johnson DeVilliers sort of having a little bit of struggles with
some bumper cars.
Yes, bumper cars, exactly. You know, two predominantly left side players figuring out how they're going to make it work. McGuffin and Newell, they looked electric. The energy and the kind of drives coming off the paddle of Newell especially, and the complementary work from McGuffin really looked good. So I'm excited to see that one.
And the women's will be fantastic. Anna-Lee Waters and Callie Smith versus Lucy Kovalova and Jessie Irvin. So a bunch of players have 2 chances to win tomorrow.
Yes. No, look, we're in for a treat. We're starting at 10, I believe.
Yes, we'll get the order out to you. So we are going to take a quick break. We'll come back right after this.
Katie, could you pass me the creamer?
Why don't you just come into the kitchen and get the creamer?
I can't come in the kitchen.
Sure you can.
No, I really can't.
You can come into the kitchen as long as you don't hit the ball out of the air.
All right. That's why I stay out of kitchens.
Showdown. Guys, you played a team where Elise, she's improved so much since the beginning of the year. Federico, a relatively new face. How did you prepare for this one?
Callie and I, we played 2 years ago together, and then we played we played one match yesterday, and we have not played well together. And I said, we just need to wipe the script clean. Like, we've got the ability, our game should gel really well, and the game plan all day has just been, let's get in a little bit of rhythm early, and then let's do our thing. Let's, when I flip, you crash middle, and don't be afraid to attack people. And I don't think we really changed the game plan too much based on opponent. We just stuck to our plan, and it worked out today.
Well, some unlikely pairings. Obviously, you guys together, Ben and Jessie up ahead tomorrow in that final. How are you going to prepare for that one?
Exactly like we've been doing before, just get in our groove, start off early, and just play together. We have fun together, so it's been really nice.
Well, guys, this event is intended to be sort of a warm-up for the second half of the year. What are you most looking forward to in the rest of 2022?
I guess just traveling and going to all the great venues that the PPA offers, right? I mean, we're starting in the sport 5 or 6 years ago and seeing where it is today. It really, given the fact that I'm 45 and I'm not going to be playing this forever, I try to not take it for granted, and I really try to enjoy every bit of it, right? So that's really what I enjoy, and traveling with Lucy's great and all that, so I feel blessed.
How about you, Callie?
I'm just really excited for all the support that I have as well with my family, my husband, my kids that always come out with me and support me, everybody at home. My sponsors, Onyx, Spry, and Optivita Health. You guys keep me healthy and keep me going and help me play my best. So it's been really fun just to play against the best of the world and to be supported by, what in my opinion, the best in the world too.
Can I say one more thing, Hannah?
Sure.
It's my mom's birthday today, so I wanted to say happy birthday to my mom. Sorry I couldn't be with you. I love you. I'll see you late tomorrow night.
At least he's out here winning. Dave, over to you.
All right, so family affair everywhere here, including the support. And I think, you know, sometimes when you see these great players in any individual sport, there's so much behind it, and that's no different in pickleball.
Certainly, it takes a village to grow a people, and every one of these players who are out on display today have a team behind them, from sponsors to family. It takes a lot, and we're privileged here to be courtside watching them grow as players. You know, we talk a lot about the growth of the game, and as often we talk about the numbers, how many participants are playing, how much the prize money is increased, and so on and so forth. We don't always talk about what aspects are really growing the players, and I think it's these kinds of unique events where partners are mixed up that really forces that growth. People are now having to kind of think outside the box. What kind of shots can I bring to the table that fit with this player as opposed to my normal player? So I think it's a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah, you get the chance also, as Elise and some others see Gaten Leach played great the other day. We saw Jeff Warnick playing great. We've seen different partners with different folks. So you get the chance to sort of showcase your skills. This is exactly what this is all about. Maybe down the road someone needs a partner or there's something strange going on. You've proven yourself against the best in the world right here on center court.
Yeah, and you get a sense of who are the most well-rounded players that have the bigger toolboxes, then can therefore, you know, fit what's needed for the current project.
So let's run down tomorrow. 10 a.m. Pacific, we start on Tennis Channel as well as on the PPA YouTube and Facebook. We will start with mixed. Jesse Irvin, Ben Johns versus Callie Smith and Matt Wright. We will then switch to women's. Anna Lee Waters, also with Callie Smith, playing against Lucy Kovalova and Jesse Irvin. So back-to-back for both Callie Smith and Jesse Irvin. They wouldn't want it any other way. That's the only two events they can be involved in, and they're in both tomorrow. And then the men's will follow. Ben Johns, Jay DeVilliers versus the aforementioned Tyson McGuffin and Ben Newell. So Ben v. Ben. We've heard an upset call by my man Morgan Evans. And then at 1 o'clock, we have a women's match, not in the draw, but it's going to be fantastic. We're going to have Elise Jones playing with her normal partner, Megan Dazan, who opened a lot of eyes the last 2 days with the pace coming off her paddle and the ability to manipulate that. Got to work on the slower game, but my goodness, the pace was awesome. Those two will play Catherine Parento and Leah Jansen. So it's going to be a wonderful day tomorrow. We can't thank everybody who put this together enough. We can't thank the Selkirk Labs invited. Thanks for powering this up. Morgan Evans, love being in the booth, and we will be here together tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific. Thanks so much for watching all day. I'm Dave Fleming. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.